you are?
A little sick, but ready for the week.
What can you see?
Some purple stuff.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our vlog here at ACO. I'm just thinking we actually need a name, an official name for the vlog. So if you are watching and you can think of a good name for our show, then let us know. So I'm really happy with the consistency. We got a huge week. We've got no AC here today in the office. It's absolutely sweltering. So let's see how it goes. It's 8:53 a.m. I am just prepping for this morning's live show, the Dubai morning show with ACO. We got a lot going on this week. My head on Monday morning is a little bit all over the place. We had a lot going on over the weekend, finishing off a deal. I think there'll be more deals this week. I can feel it. I know the guys are busy. I'm busy as well with some things, especially on the Kempinski Residences. So yeah, a lot going on, and with no AC, so I'm absolutely boiling.
Doing my morning routine, I just catch up on LinkedIn, and then we do our role play, and then calls.
What can you see?
Some purple stuff.
Some purple stuff.
Oh, forks on a table.
Oh, not bad. No, that's not bad.
So what just happened right now, actually?
Well, we did an email campaign to all of our inquiries that we've had over the past 4 or 5 months, and we saw that 44 of them have opened the message more than once, which shows that they might be interested to know more. So now we can basically know who might be looking to buy property, so we can follow up with a little bit more focus on what might actually work rather than just throwing shit at the wall.
2.18 million trips are taken per day on Dubai public transport. Pretty incredible. 144 million metro rides, 103 million taxi rides taken in the first half of 2025, 96 million bus rides, and public transfers shares of trips is now up by 21.6%. So they're trying to target 25% by 2030, so they're well on their way. So basically, trips taken across the city, 21.6% of those are taken on public transport. Monday morning. How was the weekend? Chilled. Right?
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Feeling very good.
Feeling good, ready to go. How was your performance on Friday? Was pretty special. We had the biggest ever watch numbers when Rai came on and did his business plan.
It was good, a good start, but now we gotta level up.
Yeah, we got to level up. Devesh, feeling good today, looking fresh. You had a shave?
Yeah.
Nate, full of energy, bundle of energy that you are.
A little sick, but ready for the week. 1, 2, 3, back. 1, 2, 3.
Oh!
I'll be the seller. I want to be the seller.
I think it was nice.
Conversation.
No. However, I would have added the thing I heard you guys say. If I'm willing to accept the 1%, then how am I gonna negotiate on your behalf?
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I think is a very key fact. Well, I like how you guys are going back and forth. So it's not a script. So you were going back to him. So you should just give him the final blow.
What would you add? What would you change? Is there anything that we can do better?
Just ask a few more questions. Spinning back onto the buyer, I would the seller. That's what personally.
The book that we've been reading, Forfeit Agent. What would you now think about that book? Loss, yeah, loss is more.
So I would. While I was reading it, I was going through that thing, but I just couldn't get out in words.
Yeah.
But trying to put the loss that you're gonna, if you do this, you're gonna waste time. Right? They're gonna bring, like, I kind of mentioned this thing, but not like clearly, that you can go to any other agent. They're gonna agree to 1% because they want a commission. They just want money. They can't negotiate, but they're just gonna bring random people, right? So you're gonna lose time.
Remember what we learned about when you're explaining, you're losing also.
So I think asking a question so they speak is a lot better of a technique because you spin it back to them to go get it.
But what's the question I can give you that feels like a loss to you? Like, it seems like you're motivated to sell now.
Yeah, it seems like you're motivated to sell now. Can I just ask you, you wanted to achieve the highest possible price in the shortest period of time? Yeah, so when it comes to negotiation, someone's willing to drop the commission back to 1%. I would personally feel, and I might be wrong, you might be opposed to disagree with that, that if they're willing to negotiate their own worth, they're not going to be strong enough to negotiate when it comes to getting the best possible price.
Yes.
What we need to be doing is, not explaining, not trying to justify getting the fibs. You need to be.
We want to use.
Yeah, they want to just pay 1%. Yeah.
Don't need to keep justifying. You just need to.
You need to justify the extra 1%.
Yeah, but when you're justifying when you're explaining, you're losing. So you need to be really making them feel like, look, I get where you're coming from. I understand you don't want to leave any money on the table, but let me just show you how it is. This is something that we do every single day, day in, day out. This is my job. Let me handle it. You're not going to have to pay. You're not going to lose any money. We're going to make more money, and this is how, because I'm going to look after everything, and you're going to basically put your arm around them and walk them across the other side of the road.
Roasted. Hit it.
We don't even do
No, it could have been shorter. But with these the off-plan thing, we're doing the statistics and all that. I think like we're plateauing a little bit because like I feel like it's the same day. Like
we haven't done this for. When did you last do this?
I didn't do it last Friday.
no, we did it like once or twice last week.
Once or twice only. But but as you can see, when we don't do it every day,
It goes down.
it goes down a little bit.
Yeah.
Like with
That's what for you.
secondary, we're doing a little different. But let's try to switch it up a little bit. He doesn't even.
How'd you do it? How'd you do it? What's your secret?
What?
There's a clock inside.
No, I had done that before many times.
My issue is I'm always thinking of the time, you know? Just lag.
He said it's a good time to buy at 1:30.
Yeah. Nate, give us your insight. Give us your thoughts on that.
It was much more condensed. He didn't miss any information that I can recall.
I had in mind, I called me hell, that's it.
Yeah.
This is a big moment in ACO's history. We've got Rye's first ever live appearance. No, actually, you appeared on Friday to do the business plan, but this is your first ever live role play. So in this one, we need to get the must-know facts down to a T. I want you to really be able to say them under any pressure, at any time, in any circumstance. So take the stage. The stage is yours. Start was incredible. Joe, what?
The substance in terms of how you used it was really good. Like the way you sort of delivered it was the best.
Yeah, thank you. I feel like it's a conversational style.
Yeah.
But yes, I had to rough around the edges. I'll get there.
That was really good, honestly. Yeah, thank you. We're going to do so good. Now people are expecting a lot from you. So, what's your plan? What's your plan today?
First time today. Set up my phone. Set up my sheets and workflow structure for the week. So very excited. A lot to do today.
What's the plan today, Nate? Quick roundup.
Follow-ups, potential viewing.
Bargay, you had 2 leads on a weekend for Bargay.
I did viewing on Saturday.
Did the on Saturday? How was it?
They liked the apartment, but they lowballed us really bad. They said 1.7. That's like
What was the asking price?
1.95.
You made the offer?
I did. I still went ahead.
What did they say?
And then they came back with 1.8 in the evening. I still went to the owner, but he was like, "Don't waste my time."
You're not wasting your time. You're doing the job. It's not you that's making the offer. Devesh.
Called.
Who you call it? Ghostbusters.
Our friends.
Also your friends. Martin, we've got a new launch, Bingatti Flare, so we're going to do the sheet.
Make a file today for the Sydney.
More emails to go out as well. We're going to performance of the emails and get them.
We're going to finalize on yet.
Yeah.
Today just to send out.
Right, and let's get that out this morning.
We have the Unia content with Martin, and I have a meeting with someone regarding property today.
Yep, awesome. Joe?
I want to try and sort my content out. I want to get it scheduled to make sure like it's done, because I keep leaving it far too late and I'm realising I'm not sorted it. And it's not you, it's me. It's definitely me.
Yeah, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. I promise. Sound like break it. Yeah, I need to do that and run through a few things before I fly on Thursday morning, right?
Flying Thursday morning. Joe's on his holidays.
So I need to get.
You're gonna tune in for the lives, all right? Still.
Yeah, I'll definitely tune in. I will.
Doesn't sound convincing.
I'll do it from there. Yeah, we'll live from you. I've got my lag now, so it should be game.
So, what are we doing?
Just about to do a viewing in Maple 3.
Okay.
4-bedroom townhouse.
4-bedroom townhouse. What's the listing price? What's the
5.5 million.
Okay, and how much is the buyer?
I think he's wanting to pay around 5 million. So this is where we see how I get paid.
I mean, I think he's just messaged you. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah, must be him.
Let's do it.
Drives a Tesla, man. It's a nice builder.
One of the most desirable locations today in Maple. Allow me to have words, Alice. Poker face. This is vinyl, but it's still all great. It's out with Nate, and he's just got a price reduction in Maple 1. You can tell he's got a price reduction?
Yeah. So initially the owner listed the property, asked to list the property at 310, which is way too high for the market. It's renting for like 265 to 280ish. He has a 3M, so I mean it's not the most coveted layout in Dubai Hills, Maple. So let's see. We'll probably get a better response now that the listing is down. The price is reduced.
What are you going to do with the inquiries when they come through? What are you doing?
We obviously do this. The regulars, qualify them, make sure they're serious, make sure if this is for them, because if it's not the right unit for them, it's a waste of time. If we just go ahead and do a viewing and it doesn't match their requirements, I mean, what's the point, right?
Fair answer. So just to follow up, Kate has had a viewing in Parkgate and they offered, right?
They did offer. They offered 1.7. The property was listed at 1.95. The owner was like, that's not happening. But you got to consider when in these situations, people don't always mean what they say. They're willing to accept a lot less than we think they're willing to accept or what they're saying they accept. Because a lot of times they might be pressured to invest in another property, or maybe they just asked a lot more than the actual price just to see if somebody's actually going to pay that much. But with this guy, it's a little bit unique. He initially listed it with us for 2.1, then reduced it to 2,050,000, then went to 1.95. So he's kind of emotionally attached to a certain amount. So it's difficult to get him to accept lower offers. But let's see what happens. There's another viewing for the same apartment tomorrow. And it's also a serious buyer, cash buyer. And I got a feeling that they're going to offer a lot more than the previous viewing. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, the viewing we had was really promising because you can tell he's a really good investor. Sometimes the issue is getting access to the units and also trying to find something that works for him and his vision. Because I thought this was a perfect opportunity. It was slightly upgraded throughout with a nice wood interiors, and it was just nicer than a standard unit. But I do think it prefers a different layout, the 2E, which is the 4-bedroom corner unit. But again, it comes at a cost, as I would mention to the client. It doesn't just happen. There's not just a mild increase in the price. There is a slight increase in the prices because of the desire of the unit, and more important, it's also bigger. So having that ability to explain to someone it's going to cost more money, that was really how it ended. We had over to send him all the options we can find, and then who knows, hopefully we'll get something back soon. But obviously I'm flying out on Thursday, so we'll have to see.
How excited are you? Because
I probably don't sound very excited, but I can show you I am very excited. I'm looking forward to going home, and the flights involve having to relax, see family, having a lot of food and coming back very, very heavy.
For the week, follow-ups, a couple of viewings I need to do. Maybe price adjustments. I have other listings, so we might need to have other conversations with owners so they can bring down their prices to a realistic price. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Maybe make some content too.
So the VESH has been a main feature of the growth of ACO. It's a very, very full character. What I want to know is how he feels the journey has gone so far, in Maple specifically.
Journey has been good. Definitely learned a lot since I started. I feel like my confidence level has increased, especially in terms of negotiating and being able to speak to clients, picking up the phone and doing the tough part, which is I think the most important. Just showing up and doing it anyway, regardless of what happens, because it's a learning journey throughout. So I'm not going to say that it's the best now, because 10 years from now I'll still be learning. And Maple, we were just driving by, there was so many renovations happening, so much happening, so the area is still moving.
You feel like it may be harder than you expected, or do you think it's not easier, but do you think it's how you expected it to be?
No, I expected it to be tough, but I expected it to be, I gave myself 3 months to do stuff. Some people might disagree that, you should get the ball rolling straight away, which I am doing, but I'm in no hurry to make money. I'm here for a long time. So it's all about learning, making connections, speaking to the owners, seeing what's happening in the market, at least establishing a base. So yeah, I'm not too worried about doing it now, but eventually, but it is much harder than I expected. It is a lot of hard work.
What do you say about establishing your face and actually getting to be an expert? How do you feel like that would happen? What do you think is the best way of doing that?
The best way, I believe, is to understand the area as much as possible, speak to as many people as possible. So all the phone calls we're doing to speak to owners, understanding how they feel about the community is very important, because who better to ask than the people who are actually living there? You know, what's new with them, communities like, how they feel, are they looking to upgrade, why would they want to upgrade, what's wrong with this one? People who've moved from apartments to townhouses, this is the entry level in Dubai Hills, so who better to ask than the investors themselves? And also by making content, right? Being active on LinkedIn, being active on Instagram and stuff, getting the face out there, getting the name out there, so it's more recognizable, so people associate the name with the area. And yeah,
I'm going to be honest, I don't think I could have got better answers here to anybody else, so I think Q&A is going to end there. Till next time.
I don't wanna live forever. Good morning vlog. It's Tuesday, just gone 5 a.m. and I am off to the gym. Feels so much better when I'm in my routine, get the workout in, get back, spend some time with my family, get ready and then get to the office. Really sets me up for a great day. Devesh got his first listing. The guys were out on some viewings as well. The leads were coming in. We had 3 more listings got up on Property Finder. So it's been a good month. It's definitely been the best month that we've had since we started ACO in terms of volume and value of deals that we've had, which was great to see. Yesterday in the office, I was asked to create some content, and one of the questions I was asked was, what have I had to go through, or challenges have I been through where I've had to hide it from the team? I think that was the question, or the way it was phrased. Basically meant, what struggles did you have but couldn't really tell everyone? Sometimes when you're going through these tough deals, you can fall into the trap of not focusing on anything else and losing focus. But obviously when you've got a team and you've got a company, you can't allow that to happen. So I guess that was one. But then also a few tough weeks, I would say 2 really tough weeks mentally for me. Things just didn't seem to be going right at all. We had really good agent decide that he wanted to go back to the UK. We missed out on 2 huge deals, which were pretty much done deals. I mean, they're never done until the money's in your bank account, but they should have been signed easily. Another one was the exclusive property that we had on the Palm. Worked with that client for 2 years, and we had the contract exclusive, and we negotiated for months. We got the clients, everything was agreed, contracts were sent out, buyers were signed, and then the seller just decided, well, she didn't decide, she just didn't speak to us for days. 0 communication, couldn't get hold of her, and it turned out that she'd then contacted all the other agents that had been to the property and asked them if they could beat the offer, which of course they said that they could. She then cancelled the exclusive agreement and decided to go with another agent. So that was a tough one as well. That week, those 2 weeks just felt like nothing was going right. But then you just have to work through it. You've only got one option when it gets that bad, and that's just to keep pushing. So that's what we did. That's what I did. And the grey cloud lifted, as they say. And I just felt really bad through those 2 weeks. There wasn't any money coming in and things just weren't happening. And then the one thing that really changed was the metrics review that we had last month, because I could see progress and everything that I wanted to achieve with the media side of the business started to really grow. And we've got that in a couple of days for this last month, for July. So I'm really hopeful that we've kept that trend going. I think we have. We've definitely been better with our output. We're putting out loads of stuff. So I'm expecting big things from that metrics review. Right, let's head to the gym. That was my drive to the gym. Gym done with. It's now 6:14 a.m. and I feel great. Set myself up for a fantastic day. Mainly going to be in the office today. Might actually be getting my hair cut. I've just realised. It's Wednesday. I get my haircut every 3rd Wednesday. I need to check. It's not Wednesday. It's Tuesday. Just realised. well, at least I can plan for tomorrow. Just nearly killed some birds. So back home now, freshen up, play with my kids. My mum and dad are staying with me at the moment as well, so get to see them for an hour or so before heading off to the office. Gonna get into the office at about 8, between 8 and 8:30, and then plan for our live TikTok show, which I'm really enjoying. I think everyone in the office is enjoying, and I just got to keep making it as good as we can. So I've added in a roundup of the weather because I just wanted to add in another section to actually make it interesting, you could say. But the problem I'm finding is that the weather's the same pretty much every day here in Dubai, so not really that much to talk about in terms of differences from day to day. So I'm thinking about maybe adding in a section about new projects which are launching, because that might be, one, it might be interesting, and two, it might be able to be pulled out as a separate piece of content. So I need to think. But yeah, get into the office. I look through what happened yesterday at the land department, make my notes, pick out a deal that happened, a transfer that happened yesterday, and give some of my thoughts around the deal. An interesting project or property that sold yesterday at the land department, and I'll give the summary of it. But it's fun. We're getting quite a few regular watchers, which is quite interesting. Apart from that, today, as far as I can think, I'm just going to be in the office pretty much all day, which is a great day for me. I do need to go to the Kempinski, but that's going to be tomorrow. Got to get some content, got to film and get some pictures for our new listings that we've got there. But for today, just mainly going to be in the office. I've got a business plan review with Joe at 11:30. So at ACO, as you saw on last week's vlog, we have business plans for everyone. Part of our process when we take on a new hire is for them to create a business plan, and it's something that works both ways, because for one, it will give motivation and inspiration and get the person thinking about what they want to achieve, and more importantly, how they're going to do it. And two, it gives me as a manager, as a company owner, it gives me context to what the person actually wants to achieve, and then how we can help them achieve it. And the plan is that we review this business plan once a month, so we don't just make the business plan and forget about it. We actually follow through with what we've said in the plan. We make changes as well. It's not a fixed thing, you know. If something's not working that we thought would, then we can change it. But I really believe in the power of actually having a plan and targets and putting systems in place. It's not just about having these crazy goals to make millions, because everyone in Dubai real estate wants to make money. That's no surprise. That's not what differentiates the best, but it's breaking it down, looking at what you're good at, what you need to be better at, and putting in a clear plan on how you're going to get better at it and working towards the plan. Otherwise, you're just busy, you're running around, you might be doing a few deals, but you're not actually improving as a person and as a business. And like I've said many times, you are building your own business when you come to work at ACO. So we need the agents to really have a business plan, if that's what we really believe. And we genuinely believe that we are partners with our agents and it's their business. So we support them on growing their business. End of July now, nearly. The year's going so fast. We are right in the thick of summer heat in Dubai, but to be honest, it's absolutely fine. It's not bad at all. I don't mind it. The only time it's going to catch you out is if you have to be outside or in somewhere where there's no AC with a suit on, which rarely happens to me these days. Some of the agents that go out and do viewings where the property's not got the AC on, they might have a bit of a sweaty, sticky day. But for me, I'm not really out too much. Last Thursday, we were out at the Kempinski project and I had a suit on and I was looking through the whole project with these clients. They wanted to see all of the facilities and yeah, it wasn't great, but just get on with it. Your pants are sticking to your legs with the sweat. I remember 2017, I had a company car. It wasn't a great car. I can't remember what it was, but the AC broke in the middle of summer and I had a dilemma. Either I had the windows down and got a bit of a breeze, but obviously it's like 45 degrees heat, so it's not really a great breeze, or close the windows, don't let the outside air in, but then you're just burning. It's literally just like a sauna. And the problem was that the company wasn't paid to get it fixed, and I didn't really have that much money to get the AC fixed, so it wasn't my best moment in Dubai. in life. In fact, I've actually got a picture on my Instagram that I took, and I was dripping with sweat in the car, and the times weren't great. But there we go. That's my morning routine so far. Just got back from the gym and ready to have a great day. All right, so it's just gone 8 o'clock. Suit on, tie on, feeling fresh, feeling energized. Not sure what that red mark is on my head. Ready to go and have an amazing day. Really excited to get prepped for the live show that we do every morning. And I think today's going to be a great day. Let's see. Just arrived in the office. What time is it now?
8:40.
8:43. So we've got a lot to do. We've got to prep for the show. I've got 45 minutes to get ready for our live TikTok show. Gillian's in the office already. And yeah, I now need to review and pick out a sale of the day from yesterday so we can talk about it in our show. Pick a number from 1 to 6. Oh, there's more than 6. That's 6. 6. All right, Khaled. Okay, now pick a number from 1 to 32. 32? 17. 17. All right, so number 17. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm coming back.
Number 17. So in this case, you're going to be the agent.
Okay.
Because this is secondary market.
I'm in a bit.
Oh yeah, I just got a delivery message. Hopefully it's still... Am I still on live?
Preferably I'd like to sell, but if it doesn't sell within the next couple of weeks, I want 350,000 to rent it out.
Fantastic, Colin. It's good to see that you have already evaluated your options. It's good to see that you already have a price in mind to sell.
Keep it short, keep it sweet, keep it straightforward. Let the guy think, oh shit, you know, if he's negotiating his income, how is he going to negotiate my actual asset that I want to sell out at that price? Let's delete the personal stuff, because sometimes you're going to hear things back from them that you wouldn't want to hear. They could be, excuse my French, dicks. Yeah, oh, that some people are, they're not nice, no?
Personal is personal, business is business. I mean, I wouldn't mention that also. I mean, the family stuff and everything. I mean, basically, he wants to sell, to make a profit. You need to help him out. I mean,
what is it? Just I want to this is how I support my family. 2%. That's
some people find it okay. Trust me.
Yes, it's okay. Like family is family, business is business.
Later on, when you build the relationship with that guy, he'll know your whole family history, but not at negotiating part. Because when you bring in family in the negotiating, some people would look at it as a low blow. You know what I mean? At culture-wise.
I didn't really like or agree with was the fact that he was trying to ask him if 6 million was his lowest price, and it's almost like he was trying to get him to lower his price when he's telling you his lowest price is 6 million instead of agreeing with.
That's when I called you earlier. That's you get more than 2%. It's 6 million. Whatever, about 6 million.
what's the question? When someone says that, give me 6 million and give me 2%, what's the answer? What do you say? What do you say? When someone says, give me 6 million and I'll give you 2% and maybe more. If it's not a realistic price, what do you say?
I said the market's not the agent.
Yeah, what do you say as an agent?
But you have to look at the transactions, the recent transactions within the area.
Remember, it's the market, but most important part is to understand this. Our joke on, this point.
What we want to do, we want to make them feel understood.
Yeah, you want to make them feel understood, but what else? What do we listen here, right?
Our job isn't to predict the market, it's to get the best possible thing.
There you go. Our job is not based on the selling price, because we're not.
Okay, I'll take your numbers. That's just adding it. That's why we have to also
you need to let it get away from that conversation, because we're always going to lose. So you can do our own, never earn ourselves for 6 million.
So you're coming to meet me, right? So you know which one's my house. You know the market value of my house by looking at the latest transactions. Say 6 months of transactions in that area. Show them your type. This is the maximum it's sold. The lowest it sold is this. So if I'm saying the value is 6 million, but I'm telling you I want 9 million, then listen, show him the fact.
Yes, I sure don't know what he does. Ask him, where did you get that 6 million? Did you hear from the agent? Did you do a multiple? So is that, how did you get 6 million?
I'm giving you facts from the government, from the actual transactions.
Think you're scared.
Paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay. So I'm the owner. You're the owner. Now you're the agent. Okay. So 24 is a lowball offer. So you're the buyer. Nate, you're going to be the agent.
24. What's that? He's offering 24.
24 million there. It's a lowball offer. The price is 28. Selling price is 28. So but you're real. You know it's real because you've been working with him for a while. So although it's a lowball offer, it's not like he's not serious. He is serious to buy. It's a lowball offer when you got to work with it. So I'm the buyer. So you give your offer, and then you handle it. Let's see how you handle it. Asking price is 28 million. You're giving a 24 million offer.
I'm assuming it's a winner because it's going from there.
And then Guy, I'm gonna ask you maybe throughout this how you would handle it. So I want you to be all listening. Yeah.
So I'll look at the property. If I was like an agent, buyer would ask me like, looking for listed price is 28, said like 24. I will say like, I really appreciate the offer, but I know like the previous they offer him 27, and he refuses straight away. So it's a corner unit close to clubhouse. Where best the layout. He wants 28 million because it's still the season right now. The season's coming up after one couple of months, so it's definitely gonna get it because you refuse to sell.
Yeah, I mean that's always a good way to do it. I'm going to make an offer. It needs to be towards 27 because those offers that we've had previously have not been accepted, and the buyers are thinking to create a little bit of urgency.
Okay,
that's what we got on.
I mean, I will know that way.
But yeah, that's my way.
But I wouldn't really say about the 2,000 billers. I'd say more on the community. I'd say like the listeners. Golf place is 287 millers. There's 5 available for sale right now. If I want actual genuine available. So like, there would go options, but there's not many particular walks inside and you guys.
And then you come back to the loss part, which is explaining the other options in the market. But this is number 1, exactly what we're looking for, and number 2 is the last option at this price point. When we go to the next price point, it's another $1 million dirhams more because the market's trending upwards. It's no surprise, right? But we could see the figures that are coming in. And if we miss out on this one, we're going to get a worse position for a higher price. Nate, what's your plan today?
It's going to be a busy day. I might have 2 viewings today. I'm waiting on the people who inquired. This is in Parkgate and Shoulder.
Here he is, Mr. Miami Vice himself. Cody, what's your plan today?
We have a lot of calls to make. Like the buyers who registered their interest for certain properties.
Rachel, what song?
Have you not seen that?
Which one? Rachel?
Okay, another song. It's my life.
It's my
Yes.
it's now.
No, that was I Want It That Way.
I don't want to live forever.
I just know that, but that like this.
Yes, dandy. Right, guys, we'll see you all tomorrow. Last week at ACO, probably the best week we've had since we've started. There was that crossover from a deal from the previous week for a 2-bedroom. There was also a 1-bedroom sale. There was also a deal that we did in Dubai South. Loads of new listings. Everyone was feeling positive. We also met with a client, a big client, about managing a new project in an amazing location. So yeah, all around, everyone's good and positive. Money's starting to, it's not coming in yet, but it's like confirmed to be coming in, which means that we are good from the cash flow and feeling pretty positive this week. Already off to a great start. Divesh with his listing. We had 3 listings go live on Property Finder yesterday. The lead to come in it. So yeah, really happy. Hope that was louder. Well, it depends what is causing the communication barrier, I guess. But I would always say try and be a little bit different. So if you've tried calling and WhatsApping, try sending videos, something that has worked for me. And I'm not a big voice noter. I don't like receiving voice notes. I never listen to them until the end of the day. But sometimes voice notes have worked really well when I'm not able to get the response I want on the message. If I'm working on a deal, sometimes if I send a voice note, if they're not answering the calls, I'm able to put my tonality into the message, which helps, I think, them understand where I'm coming from. Because, writing something can be read in so many different ways, whereas if you're saying it the way that you intend it to be heard, it can really help get the message across in the right way. 6 years ago on Instagram, I posted a story about a listing at Ali Maple, 5-bedroom. Guess how much it was, Joe?
I said 5-bedroom in Maple 6 years ago. 6 years ago, 3 million.
No.
Less.
Maybe
2.8.
no. 2.7?
No.
I feel like it's not more than 3.
6 years ago, 2.9.
No.
A backup.
Or
3.18. 3.2.
No.
2.2.
No.
Am I close?
Yeah.
2.5.
What do you think about that?
A 4-bed.
5-bed.
5-bed.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it is now 2 minutes past 9 p.m. and it's been a busy day. I started vlogging in the dark just after 5 a.m. this morning on the way to the gym, and I've just finished my last appointment with some great clients in Sidra at 9 o'clock. These clients are really more like friends of mine, but we're going to be bringing their property to market for about 15 million dirhams in the next 1 month. There's just a few touch-ups that we are going to try and just touch up a few things. We're going to redo the outside area. We're going to fix the swimming pool a little bit. We're going to redo the skirting in the living room. There's also some wood upstairs on the flooring that needs to be fixed. So just a few small things which will all be done in 3 weeks to a month, and then it'll be September, and then the market should be busy, and we will put the property out there for about 15 million. And the initial purchase price that these guys bought the property with me for, sorry, I'm just trying to turn, was I think 3.1 we paid for this property. So unbelievable, and just an amazing, really nice family. So it's so great to see them now making plans for what they're going to do. They're going to buy a property in Montenegro, they're going to buy another property in Dubai, and this investment that they made back in 2020 has changed their life in an amazing way. So it's back home for me now, straight to bed, up at 5 a.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow morning is Wednesday. It's going to be a 10k run for me. Hopefully it's not too humid. I can get a decent pace. I'm not going to try and kill myself to get a certain time. But yeah, it'd be nice to get a good 10k and set myself up for a great Wednesday. I've got my haircut tomorrow. I'm choosing a new suit potentially. I've got looking at 2 meetings in the Kempinski Residences. So lots going on. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'm feeling really, really positive.
Because remember, we can't overcome emotion with logic.
Morning, everyone. It's Wednesday morning, which means I get in my 10k. It's quite fresh actually here right now, but I know as soon as the sun comes up, it's gonna get pretty nasty with the weather. So yeah, I will be able to, about a quarter of the way through, should be able to be finished before, well, the sun will be up, but it won't be too hot, and then I can get on with the rest of the day. But yeah, midway through the week, looking forward as always to getting into the office. Gonna be out and about a little bit more today. A couple of meetings at the Kempinski, filming some content, choosing a suit, and I've got to make some payments as well at the bank. So yeah, a little bit of time spent out of the office today, getting a few things done. Let's see how it goes. Good morning, it's just gone 8 o'clock, made it to the office, finished my run, feeling great, very positive. Gonna be an amazing day. Got my haircut in the office in about half an hour. He's just messaged me now to say that he's running a bit late, but all good. So I'm just going to do the prep for this morning's live show, and then, like I said before, we're going to be out for quite a bit of the day, so need to be organised to make sure that I still get everything done. Joe's travelling tomorrow, so we've got to make sure that all the guys know what he's got available, so that when we get clients, which we're getting a lot of at the minute for his properties, they know how to handle them and arrange viewings, etc. We're going to do Nate's business plan review as well today. We did Joe's yesterday, and I'm sure there's other things as well I just can't think of right now, but it's going to be a great day. Today in Dubai, we'll hit 60 to 70 degrees Celsius, which is 140 to 158 degrees Fahrenheit. 47% humidity today. Typically, on the 30th of July, you will see 38, so it's above average humidity levels, which is going to make it feel hotter. What's our nicknames? We've got Somalian, we've got Puffy, Stuffy, or aka the Russian Hitman.
Russian Steve. I don't have one yet.
You don't have a nickname? Guys, we need a nickname for Rai.
Be nice.
Be nice. Give us a nickname. Here I am. I'm back now, behind the camera. How's the market?
We're doing really, really well. I think I checked the market today. We're at 296 billion. I'm not sure. I have to double check again.
What do you mean 296?
396 billion market all total transactions for the year.
Oh, nice. I didn't even know that. That's a good stat to say in the roundup. Pretty good. But again, we need to understand what it was last year to understand how much.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's just crazy numbers. All right, so between these four, let's just go with number 1, Mr. Devesh, bank manager. Number 2, Rai, we don't have a nickname. The Russian hitman with his sister's jeans on.
Steve.
And the Somalian teacher.
Isa.
Not finished yet?
We just started now, we wait for you.
Asli.
Alright. Someone said Somali first, but seeing as Khalid's
seeing as Khaled's just come in, it's going to be both for you guys. That's his forfeit. All right, Khaled. So, sponsored by Suited and Booted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
What's your discount code for the viewers?
Liam Jeffrey.
Liam Jeffrey.
Enter the code Liam Jeffrey at Suited and Booted to receive 5% off. All right, let's do it.
So a seller refuses to reduce their price even though you've shown them the market data.
That's a double.
Like, I think it's facts. Like, yeah, I can list it, but I'm gonna be honest. It's not. You're not gonna get any. Yeah, otherwise he's gonna be the fool. Like, I'd be more than happy to list it, but it's not gonna get that since the market and everyone can see the market. Everyone can see the transactions. So the data speaks louder than just what you want.
Okay, Joe.
Maybe mislabel. Feels like you're not motivated. Feels like you're not motivated to sell. The other thing I'll maybe as well is just give them the option. Tell them I've given you all. You're wanting to achieve appraisal pricing, which is going to take longer. You want to sell this. You're motivated to sell. But when it comes to data, I've given you everything data-wise to make your decision. Yeah. But if it was my own personal decision, I would list it a little bit below market so we can generate some real inquiries within a given time.
Right? What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with Joe. I think if you mislabeled it...
Well, how would you mislabel it in a real scenario? Give me a mislabel on that situation.
I don't know about a mislabel, but you can just ask him, are you motivated to sell?
I did. Yeah, you did. Yeah.
How soon are you looking to sell?
Devesh, also this is your questions and you've got all the answers.
I don't know all the answers, but I would have taken pretty much the same approach by telling him that, you have this price, but it's not realistic. You actually have to look at what's happening around in the market because we don't decide prices. Yeah, we can list it for you at 6 million, but it's just going to sit there and no one's going to look at it, right? If you want qualified real buyers and if you're motivated to sell now, the best auction that we have is actually put it at market. So there's competition in the market, right? So it drives people in.
Create bidding.
Yeah, like your competitor, I think, right? Otherwise,
so the haystack.
Yeah, your competitor. So in that way, if we price it at that, we're gonna make it that everyone around the area is gonna come see your house. Because it's competitive.
Critical, but I agree, but I disagree because I feel like
you agree, but you disagree.
Agreeing with the fact that you mentioned about the bidding war, but I don't agree with you saying that it's too expensive, we're not going to get any leads. I don't agree with that because you're making it sound like you're not good enough to get them a deal.
Yeah, but if it's at 5.8, you listen, but that's 6 million. That's
yeah, but 6 million is not a million pounds for 5.8 million.
Yeah, but think about it. Think of yourself as a buyer, not as an agent or a seller.
Yeah.
When you see, for example, you open Property Finder and you're going to see 10 listings of the same community, same type, 5.5, 5.7, 5.8, 6 million.
I don't mean the idea. I mean the way you say, it's more realistic to price it at 5.8, but do you want to list it at 6? It's your property.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, if you're saying, like, I don't think you should list it at 6 million, you're never going to get inquiries. I don't think that's, personally, I won't.
Anyway, like, next, Joe, you're going to pick the thing. Khaled, you're going to be the seller or buyer in this scenario.
But how do you go about that?
So you're not getting paid if it's...
No, yeah, we're going to...
You go about it by saying, look, my job isn't to get you the price. I'm not saying the market price.
Yeah,
I'm a broker. You're familiar with the stock market, right? There's brokerage houses where you go on and you see what the prices are.
Yeah.
I'm that person. I'm the go-between between you and the market. I'm not deciding the price. That's not what I get rewarded for. My commission shouldn't be tied to the price that the market decides your property's worth. Yeah. My commission should be tied to making sure that I get the right amount of exposure to highlight your property in the right way to the right people to get the maximum that's possible. I'm looking at data and I think between 5.6, 5.7, 5.8 is where it's going to be at. I'm willing to list a little bit higher and do the work to make sure we don't leave money on the table. But I've got to be rewarded for that, not rewarded based on a price that's not in my control.
A seller has rejected 3 offers and refuses to negotiate even though their property has been listed for months.
So, okay. I mean, what even is this at this point? We're not going to negotiate. We're just going back and forth.
Hit him with an opportunity cost. Okay. Basically, in other words, in respectful terms, good luck selling it. However, if you sell it at this price, we can buy you something good. And you're losing an opportunity somewhere else. So you're selling something and getting an opportunity somewhere else.
I liked his approach that a market is at 10.5. Okay. But because of what Joe said and the entire situation was the same thing.
Well, let's see it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because remember, we can't overcome emotion with logic.
Yeah.
It's not going to work.
Has he looked at transactions where he's seeing it selling for 10.6 because market is at 10.9? I mean, it's listed at 10.9, but how can I ask more?
Labeling, then to talk, rather than you having to justify yourself to get out of time.
That's what with Joe before, when I got trying to say don't, or did I say don't explain? When you start explaining, that's when you're losing. You need to be able to feel like you're really understanding with tactical empathy. Right, alright guys, let's round it off. Joe, plan today, you're travelling tomorrow. Tell everyone where you're going on your holidays.
It's a sunny UK.
UK, whereabouts in the UK?
Southport.
Southport. Nate, what's going on?
Full deer follow-ups.
All day follow-ups. Really excited about that.
Yeah.
But you following up with?
A lot of the clients. I've been the owners of Maple.
How did your viewings go?
I didn't do the viewings because the buyer was not free yesterday. It might be towards the end of the week, maybe Saturday. We'll see.
Right, plan today.
Today, reaching out to potential clients. Yeah. Just doing that all day. Yes. Yeah, just doing my best today. So hopefully a listing by
Big
Friday.
day. Can you explain what the targets are that we've set?
Targets, so 130 dials every day. Every day we have to do one post on LinkedIn, Instagram, and TikTok. Yeah, every weekday, 130 dials. Weekends, 20 dials every day. And one listing per week for everyone.
Every day 130.
Every day.
What happens if don't hit that?
There's an outfit.
There's a what?
There's an outfit, right?
Outfit?
Forfeit. Forfeit, but what isn't the forfeit the outfit?
Don't know. What do you think of that?
I think I know.
It'll be interesting. Actually gonna be a plan.
Special plan today?
Plan today, we're gonna call some people inquired about certain properties through the meta ads to follow up with them, and other potential buyers to follow up with for the interesting projects coming up. Nice. JGE2.
Devesh, good day yesterday. You happy with this performance?
Well, yeah.
Say it was 7 out of 10?
7 out of 10 because I tried my best, but some people don't answer. That's out of my control. But I go again today. Plan is to find people who are motivated to sell or rent.
Okay, I've got some suggestions from someone who's one of our biggest fans on TikTok Live. He says, okay, number 1, pin the scenario being discussed to display it on the whiteboard or on screen slide. Don't know what that means, but I guess on TikTok you can pin a comment.
Yeah, we should do that.
So we make a comment and we say like a nice summary and then we pin it. Number 2, if the purpose is to educate viewers, then you can use a poll feature to get the audience input during the session. Number 3, allow viewers to submit their own challenges for the scenarios. This could result in them having them as clients at one point. Number 4, from a viewer's perspective, consider a unified approach to going live on one account to help concentrate the viewers, boost engagement, and strengthen the brand's presence. This can also happen to your does it? Do you credit them? Well, I definitely think we're going to pin the scenario from now on. We're going to do a poll and allow viewers to submit their challenges. See, the tonality is giving off the point that you're interested. Because I am, and it's going to open up more conversations. It's not, you're still going to get people that are annoying, but you're going to be able to open up conversations with people. It's great. Thank you. Keep it up. All you got to think is it's the numbers.
Numbers, yeah. That's where I'm lacking.
The better you're going to get, the more conversations you're going to get, the more listings you're going to get, the more listing you're going to get. It's not rocket science. All right, so now we are in one of the most preferred 2-bedroom layouts in our project. It's the 2-bedroom type A layout, which only exists in Tower 2, and we're actually on the curve of the building on the balcony right now, which is 117 square foot. Really great size for this balcony, 2.4 meters in width. Really nice open plan living area. Obviously, you've got an island kitchen. Again, these properties all come fully furnished and fully fitted with Miele appliances. There's going to be bar stools here. TV's going to be included as well. There's going to be a Miele cooker, a Miele microwave oven. Dishwasher is going to be under here. What's great about the 2 bedrooms in our project is you have a double fridge freezer. Again, Miele is the brand. Let's go and see the bedrooms. So you come in from here, take a left, and you have the guest powder room here. Okay, then into the second bedroom. Both bedrooms are en suite. You have the bathroom on your right hand side. Then into the bedroom space, you have a full wall of storage, which includes drawers, space for shoes, and cupboards above as well. You have a hidden AC dispenser, or a very sleek AC dispenser, and you have the spotlights which you can move, which I think is a really nice feature. Let's go into the master bedroom. Also space here for your washer dryer, which will be included with shelving for laundry. Into the master bedroom, this is going to be unobstructed water view. There's literally nothing that can come here. So we're only on the 3rd floor, but as you can see, I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's just a full water view of the creek, which stretches all the way out, all the way across to Ras Al Khor. Then we come into the master bathroom. You have storage on the left and right, and then you have the bathtub, standalone shower, and double basin sink. Alright, so to summarise, this 2-bedroom, A-type layout only in Tower 2 of the Kempinski Residences, the creek overlooking our resort, Gaia Gardens, the water and the downtown skyline. This is 1,345 square foot apartment with incredible balcony. Again, with all property here, we have natural wood flooring, Miele appliances fitted, TV included, curtains, fully finished, fully fitted, turnkey. And yeah, hope you enjoy this layout.
Nate, what would you do in this situation? Because you were confident I'm taking this.
So what are we up to today?
So right now, this minute, I am prepping for our morning show. Right now, I'm just reviewing our deal of the day. So I picked out a deal for a property that was transferred yesterday at the Dubai Land Department, and I am going to give my take on why this sale is interesting. So I'm actually looking now at what it was initially sold for and the transaction history since it was launched. So actually, this property was a 5-bedroom villa. It launched at 4.7 million and it just sold yesterday for 12 million.
Why is it a really low price, do you think?
Because you can get a 4-bedroom for less than 2 moderns to sell. 5-bedroom, 12 million is a really good price.
I'm just trying to close a deal right now. We had a meeting last night with the buyer and I am speaking to the seller right now, who's just asked how much am I losing on this deal. It's not a great question to answer, but it's losing a little bit. So Rai has made a really great start. He's already picking up these things. You know, we interview and speak to a lot of people, but when I spoke to Rai, there was like a spark. I could see the hunger. Sometimes people have that in an interview, but then it doesn't come out in the real world when you're actually working. And the first week he was pretty quiet. He was doing a lot of research and didn't really say much. And then we had his business plan review. We actually went live at his business plan review, which is a lot of pressure because he's still young. And it was amazing. He spoke so clearly, confidently. And from that point, I really got excited because I can see he can do a lot. But then yesterday, I heard him speaking on the phone with some clients and his tonality, the way that he's engaging with clients and actually interested in finding out how he can help them. I think he's going to do big things, honestly. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what Rai can bring to the table. And I think this is the right place to him where we can really support to make sure that he has everything he needs to really succeed in a big way.
We have around 10 to 11 people inquired about certain properties. So we're going to call them and follow up and see what was it that they exactly if you want and take it further. All about them basically.
Cool.
Nate, what would you do in this situation? Because you were confident I'm taking this. Confident I'm taking what? Yeah, he said I'll be the agent. No, because he's not used to that, right?
You're not, but I'll like you just being nice to Khalid. You know, being nice something to say. I wasn't saying I know. She got to let you what I. It depends on the situation, to be honest. When you're speaking to the person, if they're like, if I know something about the house, if it's upgraded, like you said, I would mention that, and I would mention that there's always room for negotiation. Right? There's no one gonna pay full asking price just because someone asked it. They did. Did you pay full asking price? Then you got to explain that the property is not priced to get this is not an asking price, this is a deal price now. Had it on the market for a while, we've already reduced the price. This is now in a work where it's at, and this is the market where you can sell asking prices.
So when it comes to this situation, realistically, you have an actual physical asset within the same community that's listed for 400,000 dirhams less, and this one, as you said, it's been there for a while and you already reduced it a little bit. In my opinion, not as an agent, as an investor, to me, that property is great. If it's there for a while and he's reducing it, I wouldn't go for it for that price at all. As an investor, do you think that's what is wrong with it? I would think something is wrong with it.
That's why, look, if they're really serious about the other property, I mean, you got to know your shit. That's the most important thing. So you already have an answer to it in with the real world, because you'd know, oh, well, that's built in the 36, backing onto the, what did they call it, the 5G tower. So no one's going to take that. That's why it's cheap, because no one will buy it and no one will remember it. So yeah, I could try explaining it. How can you try? You read the book or not? I did. I do it. I can't rope it. Right? You read the book? I haven't gotten it up or no, we got that, but did I? Sure.
So Chris Wass says that you lose people when you explain.
when you explain, you're taking value out of a product away from them. You're just trying to push something onto them that doesn't really matter. So just by having a pause and listening is more important than explaining.
Because you can't overcome emotion with just on logic.
So you just take the emotion on stock kills anything. You just understand their actions.
Vision.
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to determine the decisions, not you telling them that you can do all these things. It's about you've got to feel that connection. They've got to feel understood. So we need to start practicing you guys getting them to say that's right, because we're not doing that. Might be a little take for you on this one.
New nickname, Tiptoes.
Tiptoes.
Oh yeah, I was doing I didn't net then. Yeah, I was probably this or something back there.
So we're going to change from Puffy to Tiptoes.
Yeah.
And we got the professor here that's going to come on. Bro, is the Somalian guy in the house?
Of course he is.
He's always here.
He always is the postman. He always delivers. All right. Before you go to the next, I had a question. Okay, he delivered better than mine. It was more persuasive but not pushy. That was explaining in this, but I didn't feel pushed. He kept taking the loss, right? But what is a question that you would ask a client to take that loss and to convert it into a win?
If I was willing to negotiate, you need a strong negotiator, right? You want to achieve a price which, to be honest, is going to be a record. Do you think in order to do that, you would want a strong negotiator on your side? Yeah. Well, I'm going to be a strong negotiator. This is how I get paid. So if I can't negotiate my own worse, then how am I going to be able to get you this record price? My commission is not the point here that we need to be discussing. I need to be focusing on making sure that you get the most amount of money here in your pocket.
Yeah, but it's an unrealistic price. So you're trying to get him because the price is
3,000 part of the scenario. What I'm talking about here is separating price and commission, because commission is not tied to price.
Yeah, I know. Like I tried saying that, when you buy gold, when you invest, you're going through brokers and you don't sell it. Because no matter
I want to sell the property for 10 million because I'm on a percentage. That's the benefit of me being on percentages, that I start to get paid to try and sell more. What I can do is make sure that I get the word out to the right people, get the most amount of qualified buyers through the door, which is what we need to do. That's my job. That's what I get paid for. I don't get paid for certain prices because I can't control that, because that's not something that you can affect in any way. So if you're a broker and your commission is only tied to the market, which you don't have any control over, to some degree, you don't have any control over how Dubai market is.
And also do with Jota as an Israeli. For example, the 2% is not fully mine. You know what I mean? And we're going to be going through.
But again, we don't want to explain, because when you're explaining, you lose.
No, I mean, it's like he has a nice punchline that would make any investor think, if I'm going to take your property and I'm going to share it with my trusted database of other agents. Yeah. So when they see that the chunk is it's much smaller than the standard, they're not going to be motivated to do the work for you. You know what I mean? You're not going to be getting the exposure that you should be getting.
If you're going to want to work with the maximum amount of people, we need exclusivity and we need our fee confirmed, because I need to be going out to the market to explain to. But then you do run the risk of you finding your own buyer, and then the agent says, this buyer's your own. Sorry, the seller says, this is your own buyer, so I'm not going to pay 2% because you're getting 4% deal.
How can you know it's yours or not?
Because there's never, there'll be, it shows on the format.
Right. Each community, for example, every time we tell it up. Why tell it up?
Is you highlighted? No, but if you're doing it for me by that standard at the beginning, get him the beginning.
If you obviously prefer that, what is it that you prefer about Talal Gaf? But you think that Talal Gaf is a better option to the buyers. That's right. Feels understood. And then getting to talk. The idea is to get them to make the decision, because then they feel a sense of autonomy, and people will die for the autonomy, right? You know about the hostage negotiations where they say, okay, you come out, nobody gets hurt. They don't want to follow instruction. They want to be the one that decides, and they'll die rather than just coming out. So yeah, are you convinced?
Well, I mean, in this scenario, it's one of his best. But
he's really good. But I was at that.
But like I said, he's when you're explaining your rules, I was trying not to explain. I was trying to put you could have wines, you could have made a speedboard.
Ava sent a hat and a mustache. No idea what that means. But all I know is that investors got to sing the song at the end.
The camera was not on.
I know, but it's your situation. It's like, that's why you're in the start of the show. All right, so explaining to Dinesh how we need to do tiles. So it depends on the length and the thickness of the tie. Because this is very long, thin tie, so I've gone for a double. Okay. Alright. With this one, I don't even be able to go to a double. But, I mean, you don't know where it's going to be. It's coming over here around there, right? And it's going to be one sober. That's going to be pretty thick. And then to
Now the key is when a little bit. The key is when you put it through, you want to get crease, okay? You want to have a bit crease. You want to make it quite tight because this is a thick tie, so if you get it quite tight. So you can tighten up here. Okay, see how nice that is here? Right, so a bit Italian style, right? And then you start it off from there. But you get it sorted here, yeah? It's a bit. Where is it? That's fine. Like, even if that's a little bit longer, that's okay. That's not you wear it. What you don't want to have is like a square here. Just go. See, got. You've got to do that since that's out.
Oh, he's too fast.
Yeah, you'd already like 5. It's 100 on it. So then you just want to put that over the top. Yeah. All right, you got that in. Round, once, and over there. Oh, so we're in that. There. See that in there. There. It's 3. It's really short again. Yeah, it's going to be short. Yes. Yeah, mum's short. He must. Oh. We should do this on TikTok live. We're going to get it like right there. Favorite scissors too. Good morning, everyone. As you can see, it's just gone 5 a.m. Friday morning, and we are off to the gym. It's been a great week at ACO. We are just finalising a new deal. We've got the Form A and Form B signed, which is the buyer and the seller contracts. We now need to do the Form F this morning. Hopefully it all goes well and we can end the week with another deal. It's the 1st of August. Really looking forward to seeing what we can do in August. Like I said, July was an amazing month for us. Feel like we're really building momentum, and let's see what we can do in August.
Hello. Say hi to the vlog.
Hello. Morning. Happy Friday.
You want to say anything to the vlog?
I'll be on the vlog. Ah, sure, it's that way, isn't it? Yeah. So we set a challenge on Wednesday, and the challenge was that the secondary market team, I have to think of a different challenge for you guys, but the secondary market team got to do 130 calls, and they got to post every day on socials, and they've got to get 1 listing per week. If you get a deal in that week, then you're exempt. That's the only way you get exemption, is by doing a deal. And the scores from yesterday. So the day before yesterday, Devesh got 132. Target's 130. Yesterday he got 131. No. Creeped over the line.
No, yeah,
but he was 28 on his slate today, so he still has to do the forfeit. Any other thing? Yeah, he's got to sing his song. Right, you've got the whole show to think about what song you're going to sing us out with, because yesterday you got the gift, and today you were late as well, so it's like a double hit, right? We all agree? Yeah? All right. Nate came in at a very weird score of 131.
Really? Something with him being very sick. I respect
is going on. And you've nailed it. Is that right? Just from yesterday?
Yeah.
131. That's strange. How was it the same for both those two? The chances are unbelievable.
And he was
right. By the way, the challenge starts in August, so the last 2 days were just a bit of a warm up. Today is the first day that it starts. There's going to be no excuses. Right, you need to try and figure out how to pick things up, because your quality of the calls is great, quantity is not there. Yeah, so you're on 70. Yes,
he's on the forfeit.
So it would be, but the best you're going to take it today. So it was. All right, everyone posted on the socials, right?
Right, and I don't know, Devesh and
Nate. Yeah, and Joe. We didn't get anything from Joe. Joe, if you're watching, send in the proof that you posted.
Our seller questions whether your marketing plan will actually generate real buyers. All right, we'll shoot. You go for it.
You didn't really give much, in a nice way. But remember, the whole point is that we don't want to be exploited too much.
I have to. I'm not asking questions in this one. That's why I first asked him, okay, why do you not think the strategy will work?
You started, you had to, but they didn't let him answer the question. You just started speaking over it.
I know, try to ask me a question that either you should tell me. So that's when I started telling him how we're going to do it. Because then he asked me, okay, how are you going to do it? Now, I don't know, to ask a question after that again?
Yep.
He asked me a question last week.
So you got to paraphrase what he's saying. You know, it seems like you might have had some bad experiences before. It seems like you're a little bit worried about getting the price. You're a bit skeptical on the market. You know, try and understand, get him to feel that you're actually listening to him properly and understanding where he's coming from. Then you could maybe go into a little bit more about how it works. But first of all, but it's not trying to convince him. You're trying to show him and then let him, give him autonomy.
That's what I think we really need to understand, is that we are not here to persuade and convince people. We're here to basically show them what's out there and then still let them be the ones that give the answers. Do you understand? It's like a slight shift from just the typical selling mindset of, you need to do this. This is what I would do. I suggest that you do this. This is the right way to do it. What you need to do if you want to succeed is this, as opposed to, these are the options. This is the market. This is the way it works. And then, what do you think is the best thing to do? And then get them to come up with decisions. And that's so much more powerful when they have their autonomy, because we know people will die for their autonomy. Yeah?
I think it's difficult to do it like this. It is. In a real life scenario, obviously, like, that might not be the real objection. There might be something else. So you build rapport, get to know the actual objection. So yeah, I understand that.
Yeah, with more context.
Yeah, all good. All right, let's pull out another one.
There are favor scissors shoot. You usually do better. Like, you have all the key points, but you usually do much better.
Like how? I liked his closing.
His closing is always good. His closing is always like the icing on the cake.
Repeat the closing, Devesh.
You like the land department, they have to cover their margins. So prices are going to go up, right? So land prices are going up. So that means the property's value in the future is also going to go up. Because you're giving him the loss.
Developers that are buying land at these prices today can only launch higher because they've got to make their margins. What we've seen launch over the past couple of years, that the land was bought a couple of years before that, so then they can afford to sell at low prices, but now it can only be sold higher. Otherwise, they're just not going to launch, which will then be great also because it means less supply. So it's good on both ways. Nate, conversational today, do you think?
No, I believe it could have ended at 8%, like Knight Frank, and then close it there. Because I feel like they will zone out at some point. It's too much information, but it's good. It's like
he put the trade license with the demand to show that the demographics that the people are there's more businesses coming in, so which indicates families are coming in, and I would leave the economic health check with GDP. You know what I mean? That's it. That's my only.
Nate, plan today. Tell us about what happened yesterday as well with your viewings.
We didn't have a viewing. It was Devesh's viewing. He did for Joe.
Oh, what were you doing then?
No, I went to take pictures. I zoned out. But I do have 2 viewings today. One for Joe in Collective and one in Shoba.
All right.
Both serious, very serious.
Joe, if you're still on the call, give him some advice for the viewing today on one of your properties. What's your plan then? You got an offer, right? You're about to close your first deal. We're just negotiating over the dates. Right? So how do we negotiate on these dates? So the landlord basically said she wants it to start now, pretty much.
Yeah, 10 days before he wants it.
All right.
But he's also negotiated the price down.
Okay.
By 5,000 and they've accepted it.
Okay, so what's your plan now to finish this deal?
I'm going to call him and I'll speak to him. But I feel like the only problem is he's traveling tomorrow. And why is that a problem? And then he's back only on 16th. So he's going to be like, I'm leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
You want me to pay for...
So obviously it's not just about physically moving into the property. It's about the money. Mm-hmm. The owner feels like 2 weeks is 2 weeks.
Yeah, so I think, yeah.
What would you think about this?
No, but I told her that he's ready to get the check like tomorrow if he can start on 17th.
Yeah.
He's ready. But she's like, no.
But if it's, what is it, a studio?
1 bed.
So 1 bed. I mean, yeah, it's not crazy 2 weeks, to be honest.
Like, they can pay now, but move in on the 17th.
Yeah, because they're not in the country. Yeah, he's not in the country.
So she can get the money, but make the contract from the day he actually moves in. That's fair, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you explained that the check gets cashed today?
Yeah, I told her that he's ready. Like, give a check, give an offer, he's ready. But no.
Like, the date for the first check is going to be today, not the start of the contract. That's what you're talking about, Khalid.
Yeah, but the check is current dated, but the contract is from the 17th to the 17th.
So why have you tried that?
No, I don't think so.
All right, well, let's sit down and talk it through. Right, big day today. Listings coming on already. What have you got today? What are you following up on?
So I have to follow up with 3 people. 2 people said they're going to talk about a listing in a few weeks, but I sent out 1 contract, so I have to follow up on him. Hopefully get that signed, get my first listing done. And today I have to fix my workflow because the calls, I have to make sure I do all my calls today and send out my social media today. So a lot of big things today.
Yes, all right, cool. Khalid?
I have a lot of homework to do.
Homework?
Yeah. Homework. Sit in the corner, search for some houses for certain people.
Got some good clients that you were speaking to yesterday from the email.
Secondary. So
what they want to say is
it's a new area.
don't forget, got these guys that can help out as well with secondary if you want to fly on your off-time buying. And then Martin back in the game today. We're going to be following up with these Omnia. Also, we're going to send another email out, I think, today for the weekend. Right, go on then, sing us out the show.
No. What are you going to sing?
No, house music.
Yeah.
Happy Friday, everyone. Mohammed says happy productive Friday, y'all. It's playing, I can't hear it.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, come on, bro. You got to do better than that.
Oh, you say?
No, they want you to sing. You were no, they don't Limos. And they give you a roast in about too.
So they paid you for that.
Exactly. You have to
send me the pack details or refund it back with interest. No problem.
Come on, bro. You're disappointing the viewers.
Oh, how on.
Monday, yeah?
Monday
we'll start off.
Yeah, one day.
Monday we'll start.
One day you'll get me singing.
Awesome. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great Friday. We might be live later this afternoon. So we'll see how the day plays out. But have a good
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday, everyone.
For you guys up.
He's obviously going to be the more easy start to communicate. Really positive about the price reduction rate for Go. They'll keep like that as the forefront. And then you've got to ask him, what do you want me to do here? Because the owner is having viewings every day. The property is really in demand. So I don't want to lose this opportunity for you. Think about the loss, okay? So I want to try and get this done. But I want you to tell me how you want me to work for you. So the situation is the owner doesn't want to wait till the 17th, understandably, because there are viewings every day. So what I've told them is that you're traveling. What I suggest, but what might be an option, how do you, would you feel if we gave the check, let's say, starting on, before the contract date only? How would that work? I don't know if it's going to be agreed, but what do you feel about that?
But she's already disagreed to that. I called her, and I told her that
she's not the owner. Yeah, she said she's going to have a call with the owner.
Yeah, so I called her and I told her that what if I get a check today, dated today? Will you start the contract on 17th? She says,
so it's not a rent-free period. I mean, again, you speak to the client first. But the client, what I'm suggesting is that the client pays now. It's just the contract date when he comes back, because he's not here. And then the contract is automatically renewable for the future, so there's going to be no rent-free period.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, let me try writing this down. First, I speak to him and ask him if he's ready to give a check today, right?
I mean, again, it's not moving today. It's obviously the jar is done. You'll give the checks over of the contract signed.
What if he's not here? Let's just say he gives a check today, but it's not cash today, and he leaves. He's leaving tomorrow. And he's like, oh yeah, that's time.
Yeah, that's signed online.
Okay, and he asks, what is the process? I don't know the process.
Or specifically, like he agrees right away. School. We put the contract out. He writes check for our commission. He writes a security check for the landlord and the rental checks for the landlord. We prepare this. He writes the checks. We prefer the contracts.
Yeah, but who does he write the check to?
He writes a check to us for our commission.
Yeah, he writes one check.
One check for the landlord for the security deposit, which is what, 5-10%?
Yeah.
And then 1 or 2, whatever the checks are for the client. So tell me what the client's now said.
Okay, so I called the client. Yep. And I told him that they've agreed on the price reduction, which is fantastic. But since it's 17 days, trying to start over now, like I'm overthinking my entire thing.
This is going the whole thing, so let's keep going. It's fine.
Okay. So I told him that because viewings are happening every single day, the landlord doesn't want to keep the apartment vacant for 17 days. So one of the options is to start it on 7th. And then he said no, because I'm traveling, so why would I start on 7th? Then I put it across as like, okay, I want to make this deal work for you. I know you like the apartment. So what I can propose and what I would suggest is that if you're okay with it, we can put a check down today and sign the contract today, so that they have the funds. So they're not scared about you just leaving and wasting time. So they have a commitment from you, but I'll negotiate and get them to put 17th August on the contract. Okay. And then he said, let me think about it.
Hey, what happened is now? Why are you so pissed apparently?
Let me gather my thoughts now. Evidently for the camera and I can't speak naturally.
Now go for it, just whatever I can. Oh, yeah, sure.
I had a viewing yesterday at Collective. The tenant really liked the place and he was motivated because he's currently in a short term and he's actually moving jobs further away from where he's staying right now. So he wanted to be in the Bar Hills. We showed him 2 apartments. He really loved it. He was ready to put an offer in. I took it to the landlord, who actually has a POA,
who's kind of very difficult to deal with, and I'm trying to negotiate at the best of my client and the landlord. Obviously, the tenant who's coming back a bit later at the mid of August wants to start when he's back, but the landlord wants them to start on the 1st of August, which is a bit difficult to deal with, because obviously I understand from the tenant's point of view that he doesn't want to pay 20 days rent by not being there. I understand from the client's and the landlord's perspective that they don't want to leave the apartment vacant for 20 days. So I'm just trying to see what can happen. So in the process of always negotiating, I've been back and forth with both of them, but now the client has told me that he's put an offer for another apartment, which is actually better. So now let's see. But he's undervalued that apartment, so now we'll see what the offer is.
What's happening, bro? What's happening with your deals?
So I got a viewing in Dubai Hills right now. Or $20 million mansion, $20 million mansion coming soon, maybe a year from now. But
what's the commission on that?
Oh yeah, 20 million? Yeah, it depends order. So that's like what, 70 million, usually 700,000. Yeah, so going back to the viewing I have today, it's a 2-bed in Dubai Hills. I have a client that's looking to rent it. He seems serious. And I have another viewing at 7 p.m. in Shoba Heartland. So they're both serious. This one in Shoba Heartland, she just lives downstairs from the park.
This is for the same unit that we had seen earlier?
Sure, yeah. So yeah, she's probably going to take it. It's a good price. And the owners are willing to accept 4 checks. So that's a good one. And what else is there? I might have a viewing this weekend for the one in Parkgate. A 1-bed for sale. If there's anybody out there who wants to buy that, I'm your guy. And yeah, that's about it for this week.
Friday evening in the office here at ACO. It's been a great week, and it's just ended on a high. I'm just going to show you something now. There's no better message to receive than the one I just showed you. Please note that the contract F, which is basically a contract of sale, has just been agreed and signed, accepted by both parties. So we got another deal at the end of the week, 1st of August. So August has started well. Devesh has been working on a deal, just trying to agree on the dates. Nate has a couple of deals potentially looking solid. He's just got another viewing now, and Rai has made a great start this week, getting listings on already. So really happy with how the team has performed this week. I've put in some minimum requirements, and so far over the last 3 days, they've all been hit. Raya was a bit slow off the mark, but today he's managed to get his calls in. I think he's just figuring out how to make sure that he gets the volume. The quality of his conversations are fantastic. So he's going to have no problems. I'm really looking forward to seeing what he does. Like I said, feeling good. It's been a great week. Thank you all for watching once again. Don't forget to subscribe. More on the way.